Recording in progress.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm unmuted. One time I started talking and I was muted for like the first minute. So that was fun. So today we're going to go through planning your week. So Monday through Saturday, I always leave Sunday just open. And then content for Facebook, Instagram, as well as stories for ideas. And then I kind of want to talk about the secret ingredient, IPAs, because you can post all day, every day. But if you're not doing your IPAs, which is your income producing activities, then it's just not going to convert super well. You might get some people by fluke, but our business is a business and you want to go at it with intention and have plans and be intentional about the time that you're spending on social media. Because A, it's so easy to get sucked in, and B, we want our content to convert to us getting sales. That's why we're in a business, to not only help other people, obviously too, but you don't just join a business because you just want to help other people. There is some benefit in it for you as well. And IPAs is how you convert the stuff that you're posting into actual prospects, into closing. So the first thing we're going to talk about is IPAs. So there are some non-negotiables that you need to make sure that you're doing every single day in order for you to build trust with people, grow your network, and convert your content into prospects. So, and then convert those prospects into people that actually buy or want to join your team. The very first thing is connection. So you have these followers or you have these friends on Facebook or on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. TikTok's a little different as far as engagement goes, but when you're looking at your friends list and you're looking at your followers on Instagram, something you need to make sure that you're doing is actually connecting with these people that follow you. There's a couple different ways that you can do this, but if someone doesn't trust you, which is built through connection, it's really hard for them to hear what you're saying about your products or your business and actually want and actually believe you, first of all. And second of all, want to spend their money with you, essentially. So how do you build connection with people? There's a couple different ways that you can do this. So the first one I think that I try to do a lot of, because it does get you straight into their messenger, which is super important, because it not only helps with your algorithm and populates more of your stuff to that person, but also I give this analogy, like that is the place where people feel more comfortable and let their guard down. Like your page in the comment section on your page is like the living room, and your messenger is like the bedroom where somebody feels a little more comfortable and their guard is let down and that sort of thing. So how do you do that with stories? Now, I see this so much with people because I have followers that are from different businesses. I follow other people that are in network marketing, just happen to be in a different company. And a lot of what I see people do is they'll comment and it feels like you're just doing this to purposefully build connection with us instead of actually trying to make genuine relationships with people. So then when you're reading these comments or these messages that you're getting from people, it just feels really yucky. And I say, anytime that you're doing something and it feels gross, it probably feels gross to the other person too. And that means talking in your stories. That means you sending a message. That means you sending a follow-up. If you feel yucky about it, it's just not, it probably does not feel the greatest for the other person either. Now, there is a difference between obviously stepping outside of your comfort zone and that discomfort that comes from that, and then just genuinely feeling yucky about the message you've sent. So when you're interacting with stories, I think it's important to not be forceful with the way that you're talking to people. If there is something that spikes your interest or that you can relate to or that you can comment on, do it as a person, as a human. This is how I build a lot of my relationships, is if they're posting stuff that I relate to or I agree with or I think is funny, I will say something about it and just be like a genuine person, not trying to have like the perfect script or the perfect message that I'm sending to them, but actually just generally trying to strike up a conversation. And so that's the way that I interact with stories. And I try to make sure that I'm doing that throughout the day as much as possible. I don't put a number on it. I used to when I was trying to get into the habit of doing this on a continual basis, but just interact with stories all day, every day, as you're, sitting in the bathroom or sitting in the pickup line at school, or you're on your lunch break at work, or maybe it's, I don't know, after your kid's gone to bed and you're just chilling or whatever. Finding those little pieces where you can do that sort of thing. Interacting with posts is kind of the same. So don't just comment on someone's post for the sake of commenting it. Like, make sure it's meaningful and actually worth your time, as well as the person that you're commenting on their post, their time as well. So back when, oh man, this was a couple of years ago, it was a Thrivepalooza. We had Erin Gargan King on, and as one of the speakers, and she was phenomenal, first of all. And then they brought her back for, I think, when we went to Denver, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing that I absolutely loved about what she said is this thing called drive-by comments. So that's where you're like, amen, emojis, fire emojis, beautiful, lovely, like just one word things that you're just driving by and popping in a comment for the sake of popping in a comment. My goal is, if I am commenting on somebody's post, is to generate a response back. Otherwise, like, what is the point? Now, it's obviously if somebody's like engaged, or they're having a baby, or they got married, or like there's a big life event and you say congratulations, like that's totally fine. That's normal, obviously. But if it's like a picture of their kid and you're just like, oh, cute, like, why are you wasting your time? And second of all, like, whatever, it just is what it is. So if I am commenting on something, I'll give you an example. So yesterday there was a girl on my timeline who, honestly, her and I have been having a conversation back and forth for a while now. And my goal isn't to like, I need to close her today. She posted, it's just to continue to foster that relationship with her. Like, I've never met her in person in life. She's an online friend. So she posted about, does anybody know anything about like a backyard wedding or whatever? And I happened to have a backyard wedding when I got married. So I did comment on her post, and I said, we had a food truck and it was amazing. And then I took it a step further and I actually messaged her and I was like, if you want any advice, I planned my entire wedding myself and did everything myself, including the flowers. And then her and I have been having a back and forth conversation. Like, that is what it should look like. If somebody is like soliciting advice and you actually have advice in that particular topic, doing that, or asking genuinely where somebody got something or how they came to that, or like whatever, it is to build connection. So that's interacting with posts. Finding groups. I know, I see Sarah is on right now. Sarah is extremely good at this. Finding a group that is very niched down to a specific topic. So I hope you don't mind, but like, her son is celiac, so she's in a group for gluten-free and celiac, so that she can provide information regarding that topic, and she can gain information regarding that topic as well, and meet new people that are experiencing the exact same thing and build a community around that. So then if she's going in, because awesomely enough, our products happen to all be gluten-free, if she's talking about that, it makes sense. It makes sense if she's adding somebody and then she's talking about how our products are gluten-free and she happens to be in that sort of group. Plus, she's dealing with that in life, actually. Now, here's the thing with groups. Sometimes we join these groups that are so largely umbrellaed, like mom groups, which happen to be like a lot of drama all the time. I'm just going to say that. How can you get more specific within a mom group? Does your child have a specific ailment? Do they have ADHD? Are you a mom of only boys? Are you homeschooling? Are you a Christian? Are you somebody that is like a sports mom, like a specific sport, very specific? Try to find groups that are really specific, because not only can you provide more context that way. It's not just like a bunch of people just dumping information. So like I've been in like weight loss groups before, and it's just like, ugh, it's just so oversaturated. So if I'm going to be in a group about fitness, what is the one thing in fitness that I really enjoy doing? For me, it's weightlifting for women. So then I'm going to join a weightlifting for women group and interact there. Or like home gym groups, because I'm a home gym person. I only work exclusively out at home. So finding a group that's really, really narrowed down. And then here's the thing. Once you join that group, you need to interact in it. You can't just have, you have no idea how many groups that I was a part of that I had to get rid of because I just joined them because I was joining groups for like a push group or something like that. And then I never interacted with them. What is the point? What is the point? There is no point. So if you're joining these groups, make sure that you're not only posting within that group, but you're also interacting with other people that are posting within that group. Asking them if you do have information regarding a question that they've asked in the group, asking them if it's okay for you to send them a direct message instead of going back and forth in a comment section, because that is something that will help connect you with more people. So finding those groups and interacting within those. Another way to build connection is interacting with other people's reels. This is huge because if you're just pumping out content 24/7, which we should be doing, I mean, not 24/7, but we should be creating content, but you're not interacting with other people that do. Instagram is like, you're just here for yourself, or Facebook is just like, you're just here for yourself and that's it. The main point of the platform, which it is in their mission statement for both of the platforms, is community. So if you're not demonstrating that same community with other people that might not even follow you, it's not going to look good on your end because they're not going to publish as much of your content. So make sure that you're interacting with other people's stuff, not only to just show and spread the love, but also to potentially bring people back to your page as well. Because they're like, oh, who's this person commenting? Don't comment on ones that have like a bajillion views, obviously, because it's just going to get lost. But if you can comment on ones where people are maybe getting like 20 to 30 likes, so much more bang for your buck there, because not only they don't have a ton of followers, so you're building community within a smaller community, which is really good, but you're also you're demonstrating that you care about other people's content too, which they will appreciate. So interacting with reels. Another non-negotiable that we need to be doing every single day. So the first one was connection. The next one is growing your network. If you are not growing your network, and I give this analogy all the time, and Sarah probably laughs at me because she works at Target, but I always say, if Target would only let the same 20 people into their store, do you think that they would grow their business? No, they would not. If they were just like, nope, only Sally, Jessica, and Sarah can come in, but not you guys, eventually their business is going to grow stagnant because they're going to have all the stuff that they need and they might only occasionally visit. And it's the same with your profile on Facebook or Instagram. If you're not growing, then you're essentially just talking to the same people over and over and over again. Chances are, first of all, you probably haven't hit every single person in your network. For instance, I have 4,000 followers on Instagram and I don't know, like 3,000 friends on Facebook or something like that. I have not interacted with every single one of those people. There's no way. So either make sure that you're connecting with new people within your friends group all the time, or you're bringing in more people. So how do we grow our network? If you haven't done it yet, Reels is one of the best ways, because it's one of the ways to actually organically grow for the first time without having to like go in and add in a billion people every single day and follow and unfollow people and all. And that's just a waste of your time, first of all. But second of all, it's just really hard to grow organically that way because you're not organically growing, you're forcing it. So Reels is one of the best ways because they're constantly pushing out these things. And if you're using hashtags with your Reels, not overthinking your hashtags, being consistent with them and making sure that they line up with the stuff that you're posting, just using a couple hashtags, that's going to help. It's going to bring you onto the explore page. So that's one thing you have to make sure you're doing is Reels. If you're not doing them, you're missing the boat. And if you're uncomfortable about it, the only way that you're going to get comfortable is by actually doing the things. So reels. The second way that you're going to grow your network is by providing valuable content so that other people can share it with their page. And then other people on their page will see yours and come over to your page. If you're not providing value to people, like education, entertainment, education or entertainment, basically, then why would they follow you? Do you have like an aesthetically pleasing profile? Blah, blah, blah. Are you actually giving information regarding a topic? Because if you're not doing those things, sure, they might want to be your friend because you seem fun or whatever, but what's going to keep them on your page? What is going to keep them there? If you are doing reels and you are interacting with people that you aren't friends with, and then they're coming to your page and it's just a bunch of pictures of you, they're like, why would I follow this person? Unless I just, maybe I happen to watch their stories and they're kind of fun, I guess. But if they can see within a split second that you're somebody that's providing value on your page, you're going to get the follow because they know that they're going to gain information from you. And another way to grow your network is by doing groups, which we already discussed. So groups. The last thing I want to talk about is maintaining your current clients, or the ones that are potentially interested. So your prospects and your current clients. This is something that you need to make sure that you're doing every single day too, is following up with the people that already are ordering and purchasing with you, because we're not just here to gain somebody and then just ditch them. You want to make sure that you're maintaining and fostering that relationship with that person that trusted you to spend their money with you. If somebody's spending $150, $160, $300, whatever, if they are investing that money with you and then you just leave them, rude, first of all, so rude. Second of all, then you can't expect to maintain them, because if they hit a roadblock, or if they hit a plateau, or maybe they have a problem and you're not constantly just engaging with them and caring about them as a human being, they're just going to fall off. And then you're going to be on this perpetual cycle where you feel like you have to constantly bring in new people, which you should, but then you're having people continually fall off on the other end. You're not going to build sustainable growth that way. So make sure that you're following up with those people on a consistent basis in a way that's not disgusting. Not like just the only time you're reaching out to them is when you have a sale, but you're actually communicating with them about their life and stuff like that. Our company has provided this amazing resource for us in our back office that is our customer list. So make sure that you're continually checking in with those customer lists, see who's on auto ship, see who maybe hasn't ordered for a while, just touching base with them, not even necessarily bringing up Thrive at all. Going to their page, seeing what's going on in their life, just connecting with them if they're having a hard time, being a friend, like whatever. Following up with your prospects. Here's the other piece. So if somebody has demonstrated interest in the past, I always do what's called the 2-2-2 rule. And this is just me. It's an easy way for my ADHD brain to stay somewhat organized and remember things. So I go 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. If I connect with them and they're interested in a sample and we've had a conversation and maybe they ghosted or maybe they haven't responded back to me, 2 days later, I reach out and I just say like, hey, I'm running to the post office. Just wanted to see if you're still interested in the sample. Cool story, bro. If they don't respond, then I push it out 2 weeks. And I said, hey, I know a couple weeks ago you had mentioned that you were potentially interested in the sample. I just wanted to let you know that I am making a post office run this week if you were still interested. 2 months later, if they haven't responded in that time frame, I move them back. I keep the list of their name. I actually go through and do an organizational system in my messenger where I label them with different colored hearts. So like purple is potential promoter, orange is a current promoter, yellow is my customers, blue is somebody that has sampled, red is somebody that just they've lost interest, we haven't connected in a long time. that sort of thing. But that's what I personally do, is I nickname them and then just put a heart in front of them. And if they ask like, oh, what's that about? I just say, this is an easy way for me to make sure that I am organizing my messenger, because otherwise people get lost and I want to make sure we stay connected. That's all I say. So, 2 weeks, 2 days, or 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And then occasionally, if we do have a sale or something else going on, I might reach out to them again, go through my messenger and then just reach out to them again. Don't message them every single Friday. Don't be like a weirdo about it. And that's a mistake that I've made in the past, and then just scare people off. Be a human. If they've been interested in ordering, they said they were going to order and then they didn't order. When you have a sale or when you have credits available, just be like, hey, I know in the past that you were interested in ordering. I just wanted to let you know I do have some credits available that I'd be happy to give you if you are still interested. If they don't respond, move on. Move on. There are 7.4 billion people in this earth. If somebody's not interested, it's just not their time. You can come back to them, or just don't stress out about it. Seriously. So, but make sure that you are doing the follow-ups, because sometimes life happens to people. Sometimes you're like me and you get a message and you read it, and then your brain is like, we're going to just push that aside for a minute and totally forget about it. And then that person messages you back and you're like, oh shoot, that's right. And you totally forgot. Honest mistake. People's lives get busy. So make sure that you're following up. So IPAs are the secret ingredient that nobody talks about, or people do talk about, but nobody does, because they just think, oh, I'm just doing these things and nothing's happening. Those things compound over time. So make sure that you're continually doing that, because if you're doing those things, then what we do here with planning our week will be so much more fruitful for you. So first, we're going to go through Monday through Saturday, Facebook, Instagram stories. If I'm too fast, I know last week I didn't get the thing on. I was having an issue with my YouTube, and it was like asking me to confirm, and I was confirming, and then it was hating me. I finally got it sorted out yesterday, so I will get this recording posted up. If I talk too fast, I am sorry. I try to keep this under 30 minutes because everybody's Saturday and time is important. So first thing in your stories, I just want to say, I add different things that you're putting in your stories, but always make sure that you're at least showing one of your 3 steps if you can, or a plus sign item throughout the day, to just show that you're a product with a product. So I might add these different ideas in for stories, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you should be posting about your 3 steps every single day in your stories. It's just like people posting their coffee they get from Starbucks every day, whatever. So Monday, Facebook, I think it would be really cool to address why you were initially skeptical in trying the products, not the business, the products itself. Why were you initially skeptical? Because the reason I have this thought process is because there are people probably that are watching you that are skeptical. And if you're addressing those things, if you're just pretending like everybody in the world is interested and nobody like has hesitations, then it's delusional, first of all. And second of all, you're missing out on the people that might be having hesitations. So talk about how you were initially skeptical, because I'm sure not every single person, myself included, was like the first time you saw it, you're like, yes, I'm on board. Let's go. There is some hesitation in the background. So like for me, it was, I had tried a bunch of different things in the past and nothing worked for me. Or I was afraid that I would lose money, like whatever. That's a business one. But if we're talking specifically product, I had tried a billion things in the past and nothing worked. Or I would stick with it for a little bit and then I would give up on it. This is honestly the only thing that I've stuck to. And it's not even because I have my business. It's because I like how I feel every day. That is an example of how you can talk about why you were skeptical. You can do this on a live. You can do a picture of yourself. However you want to do that, that's for Facebook. Instagram, do a reel with original sound. So you talking, Instagram, I explained this a couple of weeks ago, I believe that Instagram is prioritizing original sound content, which means stuff that you are creating, not just borrowing a sound from somebody else and doing like a trending sound and dancing or lip syncing or pointing to things or whatever, but actually having something with original sound. So this can be like you taking somebody through your day. This can be you talking about a specific topic. This can be you doing a voiceover on something, but do a reel with original sound. In your stories, talk about E60. There are so many different ways that you can talk about E60. The way that I personally have found most beneficial is when I'm talking about it like it's a challenge, which that's the way that we're presenting it now. So like so many people do like 75 hard. I personally did 75 hard. There are a lot of people that do like quote unquote 75 soft, because 75 hard is like, it's really rigid. Like you have to work out 2 times a day and they have to be 45 minutes long each. And they have to be at least 3 hours apart from each other. So if somebody is looking for something like that, like they want the discipline, they want the challenge, but they're like, I just don't know how my life could ever sustain 2 45-minute workouts. That's how I've been presenting this. So, and there are a ton of resources in different pages that you can use, but talk about this consistently. It's not, even if you're like, if you're personally, you said you started your E60 challenge and you're like halfway through it, they can start at any time. So make sure that you emphasize that we have a group for it and that these people can start at any time that they want to. Tuesday, Facebook, talk about what makes our business different, because our business is different. I just want to share a story real quick. I know I'm kind of going over a little bit for time, but I have a girl that I work with that is part of Herbalife, and her and I were discussing businesses because I'm going to talk to her about it. She's a friend of mine. I'm like, so she was talking about how she was potentially interested in doing this affiliated marketing thing. And I was like, oh, that's just a lot like network marketing, basically. And she was talking about how this guy had asked her how much she wanted to make a month additionally. And she said like $300. And I was like, you can hate me if you want, but I can tell you that I make with my business over 1,000 extra a month. I'll just put it that way. I'm not going to give my exact amount, but I'm like, you could totally do that. I'm like, and you have Herbalife. Like, what is your business? What's your pay structure like? Like, what is your business model like? And she's like, I have no idea. She brought it up and she showed me a PDF of it. And I was like, I don't even understand what is going on right now. Do you know how complicated some people's pay structure is? So freaking complicated. So what makes us different? We run our business for free. We get our products for free. Our pay structure, we get paid on all of our volume, which is insane. We get paid 12 different ways. We have an auto bonus at the second rank. You guys, you can earn up to $1,200 in your first 2 weeks. Like, we have so many things that make us different and set us apart from all these other businesses. Take one and run with it. Instagram, we're going to do an educational post, or if you want, you can do a funny meme that is related to your topic that you talk about. So an educational post can be like a Twitter snapshot that looks like a Twitter tweet, or you can do a carousel if you want, explaining something. You can do a short video, like whatever you want, something that's educational. Stories. What is your paycheck doing for you today? So taking a picture of your card numbers covered up, obviously, with your receipt, the gas pump, whatever. Maybe it's a bill that you're paying. Maybe you converted to credits and you're sharing them with other people. Like, whatever you're doing, what is your paycheck doing for you? If you're not earning a paycheck, what do you hope that this business does for you? Or what do you, not hope, I'm not even going to say hope. What is this business going to do for you and your family? Did you create a dream board? Do you have stuff listed that you want to accomplish? Talk about those things. Wednesday, for a post, I want you on Facebook to talk about E60. So like maybe breaking it down, maybe sharing like a picture of the group that we have. Like, look how many people we have that are in this group that are doing this challenge with us. Would you like to do a challenge? Or I do like a before and after and ask if they want to join a challenge with me as well. So do that, and then do some sort of engagement post, which just generates conversation and opinion. Ask what people are doing for Memorial Day weekend, like whatever that might be. Instagram. Sorry, I need to take a drink. My mouth is so dry. Instagram. Let's do a reel with a trending sound. So you don't have to do just original content all the time. You can do original or do trending sounds. I think I think that's important too, because it brings, if there's like so many people following that sound, or they've saved it, or they've watched it a couple times. I've noticed this personally when I'm on Instagram and I'm just searching reels to get ideas. I will hear the same sound over and over and over again. And I'm like, hey, this is trending right now. So I need to make sure that I'm utilizing that, because then it's going to do the same on other people's page. So use a trending sound related to your niche, as the content should be related to that. Stories, product highlight, and a product line or a plus sign that you use. There are these like product highlight PDFs that I've seen floating around that I think are really cool. I've used them for like when I do my activate and I talk about activate, and then I'll put them up, balance, rest, the gummies, like whatever it is, talk about some sort of plus sign that you use and highlight that. Thursday, Facebook, Thankful Thursday or Transformation Thursday. So like, what are you grateful for that the business has brought to you, that the products have brought to you, or just in general? Or you can do a throwback Thursday if you want. Instagram, do a before and after carousel. So like your before picture or your after picture, it can look like nice, doctored up, pretty, whatever. And then they should be able to swipe to the next picture and it's like a before pictures. So this can be related to Thrive if you really want. It can be related to the niche that you're talking about. It can be like, if you're somebody that's organizational, you can do like your after picture is a pretty picture of your office, and before is like how much of a hot mess it looked like. Whatever you want to do, before and after with as a carousel. So more than one slide. Stories, do a Memorial Day poll series. So like, ask people what they do for Memorial Day. I know that some people are like in Canada or other countries or whatever. Feel free to do a poll series about like summer coming up or something like that. It doesn't have to be about Memorial Day, because I know that's a very specific American thing. So do you go camping, or do you stay in? Do you have to work? Do you have the day off? Do you like hot dogs or hamburgers? Do you grill, or do you do this? Blah, 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 blah. So just do a poll series with that. Friday, Facebook, Flex Friday or Sample Friday. I'm not going to explain that. Please stop tagging 100 people. Stop. I'm going to say that until it gets through. Share your link in a chat instead, so that people can come in and comment, and make sure that you're not using technical jargon that only Thrivers understand. Make sure you're making it relatable to the people that are actually you're trying to bring into the business. Or Sample Friday. Instagram, do a reel and teach something. So do like 5 steps to, 3 ways to, how to, something like that. Stories, show your patch and then tag friends in your stories. Tag friends, drag them down to the bottom corner so it doesn't look like you just tagged a bunch of people. And then when someone tags you, share that into your story, so it shows that you're not the only person that's utilizing these products. That is okay, because it helps like show different things, and then it doesn't mess with your algorithm because it's just in your stories. Saturday, Facebook, do some sort of lifestyle post. So a lifestyle post is showing how you're able to incorporate the business into your lifestyle, or how Thrive has changed your lifestyle. That's what a lifestyle post is. So it can be you out doing something on your phone. It could be your workspace. It can be your patch with your kids playing in the background, like whatever is some sort of lifestyle post that shows how you're able to incorporate the business into your daily life, or how Thrive has impacted your lifestyle. Instagram, I have reel again, and I have just entertain people. So something funny. This can be like a stigma that people think about your niche. This can be whatever, a transformation video, or not transformation, but a transition video, anything to entertain people. And then stories, I have Memorial Day sale, because there's a good high chance that Lavelle will push out some sort of Memorial Day sale, because they usually do. Try to make this your own. You can take the graphic from the company, but like try to make it look like you, if that makes sense. So maybe screenshot it and then edit it in Canva, make it like transparent, and talk about how you're doing this for your people. Try to narrow it and make it small, like you're the one that's doing this. I think so often we want to just publish all the like Lavelle's content, but people are buying us first, not just the company. So if you can make it more personable and make it seem like this is something that you are offering to your people, which you are. So Memorial Day for sale for stories on Saturday. Woo! That was I tried to like rapid fire. Please catch I will get this YouTube up shortly. Please catch this up. I went way too fast. I am so sorry. But I try to make this like I said, under 30 minutes because our days are important. We have things to do. You obviously should take this information and go actually implement it and plan your week. And develop some sort of strategy about how you're going to do your IPAs every single day. So I want to make this as impactful and not waste your time as much as possible. So next week is Memorial Day weekend. I do have to work on Saturday. Boo. So I am not doing anything for Memorial weekend. So I will be here on Sunday. Same time, same link. So if you want to catch that, if you and your family happen to be out and about, be present with them. And don't feel like if you don't hop on this, you're going to lose your business. But I will record regardless if there's one person or zero. So, and then publish it to my YouTube so that you can catch that. And like on Monday when you're chilling, you can just catch it and plan your week. So I will see you guys next Sunday and have a fabulous week.